It was early morning on January 2nd. The clock read 2 o'clock in the morning. My peaceful slumber was interrupted by a persistent knock on the front door. The rhythmic sound echoed through the silence, with each knock coming exactly every 3 seconds. Curiosity got the best of me, so I put on my slippers and started walking down the stairs, the pounding becoming more and more intense and resembling a rapid heartbeat. When I reached the door, I eagerly swung it open, but found an empty porch with no sign of the mysterious visitor. Believing it to be a prank by the neighborhood kids, I returned to my room, hoping to sleep for a few more hours. At 4:21 in the morning, however, my peace of mind was shattered as the front door slammed shut with a resounding thud. Panic seized me. My eyes darted to the frosted window pane, on which the word "smile" was ominously inscribed. A feeling of terror swept over me, and I grabbed the phone, intending to call for help. But, to my horror, I found a chilling message on the screen: "I told you to smile." Tears streamed down my face, and my instinct made me flee. Without stopping sobbing, I ran across the street and desperately knocked on the door of the concerned neighbors. They welcomed me into their warm embrace, offering comfort and promptly dialing the emergency number. As the clock struck 5:42 in the morning, police officers scoured every nook and cranny of my home, finding no evidence other than my own presence. The insidious messages scrawled on the window had vanished as if erased by an invisible hand, and even my cell phone had mysteriously disappeared. The authorities, with gestures of sympathy, urged me to rest and see a specialist to relieve the growing stress and anxiety. In response to their suggestion, a grim certainty settled in me. What was happening was undeniably real. The following evening, after finding refuge with neighbors, I ventured back to my home. Determined to get to the bottom of it, I set up a camera in my bedroom, carefully adjusting it to record all the mysterious activities. Turning on the recording, I crawled into bed, eager to sleep peacefully. Surprisingly, I slept peacefully through the night, unaware of the horrors that awaited me on the tape. When I watched the tape, my disbelief grew exponentially. From the depths beneath my bed emerged a gaunt, naked figure. Its emaciated figure stood upright, keeping its eyes on my prostrate body. This creepy intruder remained motionless for what seemed like an eternity. Then, with deliberate slowness, he walked toward the camera, his face filling the entire frame. His skin was ashy, his veins throbbed, his eyes were swallowed by the emptiness of darkness, and his face was adorned with a wide grin. With unrelenting tenacity, unblinking, he stared into the lens for an agonizing 2 hours, occasionally tilting his head slightly. Finally, as the ominous hours drew to a close, it stealthily retreated and crawled back under my bed. On the videotape, I rewound the timeline, watching with paralyzing fear as I rose from sleep and approached the camera. Suddenly the recording stopped. An icy grip of terror swept over me as I realized the presence hadn't disappeared. Whatever it was, it still lurked in the shadows beneath my bed, an insidious entity beyond comprehension.